First of all, thanks for coming. I have to take a moment to give a shout out to Coach DeWar on Coach of the Year, Michael Penix Player of the Year, and how great they've been doing, and it inspires us all. And then getting to Pullman and seeing our men's basketball team just be tremendous and have a great win against Gonzaga. Just excited, to continue to see their success, and both programs doing such a great job. And so just want to shout them out to start with, and how that helps impact us as we, go onto the road into a rivalry game. So I was proud of the way that we played, went on the road and competed, and showed great toughness and togetherness, and excited to go to practice today. So.
Is today your first practice since the game?
Yeah, we had film on Monday, and we do like film and shots, and more of a strategy session, and then they were off yesterday.
And just after you watched the film from that game, it looked like what?
I was really proud of the way we came out from a scout-specific defensive philosophy. I thought we played really well together, understood what we wanted to accomplish, and did a great job of that. I thought offensively we did some new things again, and we did a nice job of trying to do things that we weren't as familiar with. The second half, a lot of changes you expect in the second half, and I think you saw some of that newness. We struggled a little bit in flow, and obviously credit to them for that. But proud of the way that we continue to compete and think and be aggressive. We needed to be aggressive late in the game in some time and score situations, and we were, and had different players step up different times, and so saw some things we really liked.
I had a chance to watch a good chunk of that game. I was distracted. I was at a Storm draft party.
Oh, very neat. Yeah.
Right, so it was on in
Congrats to them.
Right. So there was anywho, but the one part that, in that room, though, it was just this moment, that first quarter, you guys held them to 4 points or to 2 points? 2 points. Can you talk about that first quarter, and did a start like that, did that surprise even you?
No, our focus has been this year of understanding what it means to go on the road and play. It was an area that we wanted to grow in from last season. And so we have spent a lot of time talking about what that mindset looks like, and just the attention to detail, and not getting distracted, and not letting the environment change things. That's really tough first conference road game, is it's a rivalry game, a great environment, a great team. And so I thought the way that we began, was just really proud of the discipline that it took mentally too, both ends, like I talked about, defensively and from a system standpoint, and so just proud of the growth we're showing in that area.
And and it wasn't just that first quarter; it was that first half as well. Mm-hmm. Do you when that sort of goes out to the rest of the nation? Do you think you guys sent some type of a statement?
I can't say I give a lot of thought to that. I think we still played an entire game. I think there's a lot of lessons learned in that game that we need to grow in, and so that's where mine as a coach goes. It's like we had great moments, and we had moments that that you see that we need to improve on. That's just what my mind thinks of.
Preseason, you had mentioned that you guys are going to play maybe a little bit more up-tempo than you had
Mm-hmm.
in the previous couple of years. How do you think the team has adapted to that new offensive style? Mm-hmm. And has it led you to being able to put the pressure on the other team's offense because you're scoring more than maybe you did in previous?
I think that you're seeing an adjustment per game. And so we are a scouting team, the team that really wants to have the best game plan we can have for each opponent that we play. And again, shows the IQ of the young women on the floor. We've made a lot of changes in some games, and usually when that's been a little bit slow to take hold, that's been, probably didn't give us enough days to learn what we were doing, because they're very adaptable. We really in 2 days made a lot of changes again, and changed a little bit of tempo for that game. Just execution. We just want to be a very sound executing team. And so there were times we were fast, there were times we were slower, and I like that we can make those changes.
Do you think like a win like that maybe like validated kind of how you put the schedule together? Like you sort of said that like you needed this schedule to kind of build confidence kind of with this group and then to go on the road, that team, first ranked win on the road, I don't even know, 27.
I don't know either.
Like that, right?
Yeah.
So did it all sort of say, all right, yes, we did this the right way?
Well, it always depends on all of us to make each game an opportunity to grow, and with the schedule being what it has been, I think we've played some great opponents in our non-conference that have had different styles and have given us a lot of prep. Every game we continue to play. I mean, our next opponent is a completely different style than we've seen so far as well. And so I think the thing we like most about our schedule is the different styles that we've seen, and how that continues to prepare us. Sometimes you don't mean to, but your non-conference ends up having a lot of teams that look similar, and then later in the season you hit someone with a completely aggressive style or a packed-in style or whatever that might be. And we've seen a lot of different styles. We have a lot still to see, especially in our next game.
The next opponent is St. Mary's. Can
Yes.
you talk about the style that they play
Mm-hmm.
that is so different?
Yeah, he's done a great job for so many years. So, I think Jeff, obviously at Long Beach State, was a tremendous success and changing defensive styles. And so, he runs just about everything you can defensively, and he does it well. And so really impressed watching them on film with how they play. Obviously, first year at St. Mary's, and so I remember what that's like. It takes a moment to get your system in and get everything. And they started to kind of hit a groove, and you've seen them play really close. Had some good wins, had some close losses, and that's just them continuing to kind of learn that system. They're doing a great job, and I think it'll be a big challenge for us because of how much we will see.
And you have this 10-game streak, and it's probably a good problem to have. But how do you just maybe not focus on the streak, and just make it about the game and maybe not the streak? But the streak brings a lot of notoriety. It brings it's really a great thing for the program, I'm sure. But for you, is it a good thing to have a streak, or I don't know? I'm just trying to.
It's a great question. I think that one of the program philosophies, you'll see it across our practice. The goal is the process. Trust the process. And so, if our goal every day is how will we do in this next drill, and how will we handle this next, scheme that we'll do, or whatever that may be, if we can keep our mind focused on that, good things come. We talked about that going to Washington State. And I think you just have to continue to break things down in small things. When we let our vision get too big, we don't execute the way that we want to. And so just focusing on the details is the most important for us.
So in the moment now, do you even appreciate it, kind of what you guys have done and are doing, and put it in the context of the history of this program? It hasn't been done a whole lot. There's only maybe 15 unbeaten teams right now, and all of that. Do you even appreciate that right now?
Well, I appreciate the girls and how hard they've worked and how they put us in this position. I think that we always celebrate each moment that's shows growth, whether it be a great practice or a great game in that moment. And then that moment is over, and then we have to go to our next moment. And so I think they do an amazing job. Maybe the most mature team I've ever seen at, okay, what's next, even in practice. We're learning to let go of a bad 10 minutes if we have a drill that's 10 minutes long, and it's we didn't quite get what we want. We know we'll do that again tomorrow. We got to go on to the next thing. They're doing a great job of that.
Hey, and just in terms of this defense, and I'm just not asking you to give away the secret sauce or anything, but this defense came from where? I mean, because obviously you guys are putting up historic numbers.
The philosophy, you mean?
Sure.
I don't know, years of just watching great coaches do different things. So many people in the game play it differently. I always say there's a lot of ways to win in basketball. And so I think just through the years, seeing different things and then evaluating what works best for the people that you have. Sometimes you have a big center, sometimes you have a fast center, sometimes you have a different style of point guard. So just what fits the people that we have. And so just, I would say, many years of a lot of great influences.
Is it at all surprising even to you, because it's not like you've got Nancy back there or Asia Wilson, and I'm not trying to discredit any of your players, but it is again doing things that hasn't been done.
Well, I do think there's individuals that have really helped us and carried us at times, and obviously DeLea does a phenomenal job of being able to play multiple positions, and she's doing a great job of in each little scheme that we have to defend, understanding it. She has a high IQ, and Jada Noble does a great job of playing many positions as well. So when you can move people around per scout, it's very helpful. So I think the individuals make the defense work well, if we do our job and put them in the right places.